Okay, it's been about, I don't know, 15, 20, 30 minutes. Probably closer to 30 minutes. I like this. It's definitely a very nuanced and subtle fragrance, but of very good quality, I must admit. So everything I say in the video is true, but there is I think this leans more feminine, and there's definitely a sophisticated nature to this. Yes, elegance. Elegance is the word I want to use. All right, this is future Brandon. Now listen to the past Brandon. Welcome back to the InScentive Collection. I be the host, Brandon, and today we are getting into a brand new house. Whose house? Well, it's going to be one Dries Van Noten, ladies and gentlemen. I've been waiting, trying to get my paws on this for a long time, and the time has finally come. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of fun here. Before we do anything, like, subscribe, and make sure you check in with the Accord newsletter that comes out once a month. Without further ado, we're gonna get into this now. I must be honest, this is strictly out of vanity, okay? These bottles are gorgeous. Look at these bottles. And in particular, the one we're looking at today, let's get that focus back popping. The one we're looking at today is Soie Malaquais. Probably not saying that right, but the bottle is exquisite. It's beautiful. It's something to be remembered by. And let's just hope that the scent matches the bottle, okay? These are just samples. You know how I like to do. I like to see if I like a little bit in there before I just go ahead and buy a $400 bottle, okay? No shame in the game. Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into that particular fragrance. This is gonna be Chestnut and Silk, okay? And I also have to talk about the presentation. I've unboxed this a little bit. You know how I love it when they give you some illustrations and some names. I would love to see the note breakdowns. That's not on here, just as a good reference point. But this is a good bonus here, and it also tells you the name of the fragrances on the back and the ingredients, which is important. It is important. Here are the fragrances. Very pretty fragrances indeed. Looking good, looking good. Okay, and they are in order from top to bottom. Yes, they are in order from top to bottom. So this is your top row, this is your bottom row. I like that, I like that. A little bit of organization here, I love that. Because it can be very disorienting when you're trying to go back and forth like that. Also, it came out of this little sleeve here. Nice branding on it, and then again, the names are on the back. Again, all looking great, and it also came with a card. We're gonna unbox this. This is not gonna be in all the videos, guys, but they put it here for a reason, so we're gonna illustrate it. It came with a receipt and a card. They do branding. This is a card from them. It's actually a great photo. It's a good photo. It's a good photo. I like it. And it says thank you. Okay, it says thank you just for buying samples. Okay, so we are off to a great start. Here's the card that comes with. The only person, other than the company that I've bought anything from that came with a card is going to be Nisane. And anytime you're in a conversation with Nisane, you are in a good place. So we're going to go ahead and unsheathe this thing. Oh, wait. Up for left-handed people. We're going to unsheathe this thing. Okay, very clear color. And then it has a little bit of the illustration on the back. The color of the bottle, which I thought was clever. I thought these were little decants versions of the actual fragrance, but you know, I'm not too heartbroken by that. This is okay. This is okay. Yeah, it's pretty locked in there. All right, so we're not gonna waste too much time. Now all that stuff's out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and get this on skin. I've been waiting for this for a very, very long time. So let's go ahead and get this on the back of the wrist. Check the atomizer. Bam! Not a whole lot comes out of this. I might spray again. We'll see. Not at all what I was expecting. Not at all what I was expecting. Fruity, warm spice, cacao, rose, nutty, floral, balsamic, citrus, soft spice, and woody. This kind of reminds me of something from Soie Malaquais. I think it's the cacao. Okay, so I mean, I'm getting juicy rose, chocolate, and something, some type of linen. It doesn't say linen, but I'm getting some type of linen. Let's keep looking. So my initial impression, it's okay. I mean, it's an okay fragrance. It's okay. I like the cacao rose combination. In the top notes, you have blackcurrant, bergamot. In the middle notes, you have silk. As a note, maybe it's an accord. I think that's what's giving it the linen. In the middle notes, you have silk and rose, and in the base, you have chestnut and cacao. This reminds me a lot of that Santal fragrance from Circulaton. I think that is superior. This is an okay fragrance. I'd be very curious to see about the duration. Maybe I need to spray a little bit more. It wasn't a whole lot. It's already kind of gone off my wrist, so I don't know how high the oil concentration is, but okay, that was a little bit better of an atomizer, or a better actualization of the atomizer. And it's already looking like it's dissipating. It starts off kind of sharp, and that I think it's the bergamot is not. It's more of like a it's more yellow than it is citrus, if that makes sense. When I think of citrus, I think of like biting into a citrus and psh, like the spurts that come out from, you know, I don't know what it is, but the juice kind of coming out of it. This is more like just bergamot in color. It's probably kind of bright, a little sour, a little scratchy. The currant is very strong. The currant is very strong. Not one of the better currants, but it also isn't as sweet. So I think that is kind of redeeming. I think it does blackcurrant in a different way, which I'm not hating. Where's the cacao in the notes? Yeah, chestnut and cacao. And it's more of a chocolatey cacao. It's not, I don't know. Like when I smell cacao before, it's kind of like, kind of reminds me of roasted coffee notes, if that makes sense. I mean, I know it's cacao and that's a chocolate, but the cacao I've smelled before was more like roasted coffee beans. Warm, spicy gourmand fragrance with amber balsamic nuances. So it's not necessarily chocolate. It's just a gourmand nature. Warm spice. Yeah, this is okay. There's not a whole lot to write here. It's not changing. It's not developing. It's not anything, you know, too crazy that I've smelled before. It's not bad. It's certainly not as well. There's a cleanliness to this that is very appealing. It's more of a clean fragrance, and the bottle is white. Right? Let's look at the bottle for a second. Yeah, I'm not getting. I mean, I guess the red is the rose. What's this fragrance, by the way? Probably should have said that earlier, but I did show you the picture. It's not. I think this would be better. It's not necessarily giving you. I would say. I don't know. I would say that the bottle and the smell don't necessarily match. It is a clean fragrance and it is a rose. But I think the cacao chestnut are really the singers here. And that could be because it's in the base. But there is a real cleanliness to this. It's okay. I think it's a decent fragrance. I also think it's not as risky of a fragrance to try out. I think if it's if you're interested in a dark, warm, clean fragrance, but you don't necessarily want it to be in the Christmassy vibe, I would say it's great. I also would say though that I think you could wear this all year round. Because of the rose clean nature, but it's not overly dark because of the chestnut cacao nature, which is appealing. Generally speaking, like when you start talking, like even that Santal fragrance, and I'm probably saying the name wrong. I'll try to attach a like a cue card or something like that, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. But even that fragrance, I don't know if I would wear it in the dead of summer. I see this being wearable in the summer. And I think it's also because it's not too sweet, it's not too dark. It kind of plays right in the middle. So, yeah, I mean, you know, first entry into, is it Dries Van Noten? Dries Van Noten. First entry, not bad. I do think it's a bit technical of a fragrance. The bottle is just something to be, I mean, I would buy it just to have that on my shelf. Like, that is a gorgeous bottle. I can't say that enough. It's the one thing that got me interested in the house. And interestingly enough, the other fragrances aren't as appealing as this one. At all, almost. So hopefully, you know, the fragrance does do well in actuality. But it's not a bad fragrance. It's definitely unisex. It's definitely something a man and a woman can get away with. But it also feels kind of light. It's kind of light. Like I said, it's not too sweet, it's not too dark, and it's not a very loud fragrance. So I would question the projection of this in the longevity. I would be very curious to see. It could be great. I don't know. So, I mean, if it is lackluster, I would definitely do a follow-up. If not, just imagine it being average or better. But that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Have you tried this house? I haven't seen too many videos or anything, too many people talking about this. I'm sure they're out there. I just haven't seen any. But that's the unboxing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the newsletter. Comes out, tips, tricks, hints, all that kinds of stuff. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.